Streaming again. Is this currently doing the thing? Really? Yeah, just give me 1 second. Go away, you weirdo. Streaming before the new year. Ow, I spelled that wrong. You bastard. Before. Is that my thumbnail? I don't have a better thumbnail. Is that one? Is this one? That one? You know what? That's probably the right thumbnail. That's probably the right thumbnail. Oh my god! That's the right thumbnail. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the right thumbnail, probably. What is life anymore? I don't know. I mean, it's a series of reactions that base itself upon physics, of which happen to be storing and algorithmically reacting to the world around it, storing the information of its reactions, the reactions going on, and so therefore observing the not just the reactions, but basing its next reactions on the reactions it happens to be experiencing and or seeing, you know, which is a weird way to put life, right? But no, that's really all life has ever been for anyone, as far as I'm aware. Maybe someone else experiences it differently. Mm. Really? Yeah, that's all life has ever been. Does stuff, experiences stuff, remembers stuff, does stuff based upon remembers, and like wants certain goals based upon neural networks saying I like this stuff versus that stuff, and I prefer to keep that stuff being liked versus this stuff that I don't like. Pretty basic stuff. This is how I plan on doing things. This is how I plan on not doing things, based upon these likes or dislikes of the possibilities of what's going to happen. Pretty much, yeah. You know, I mean, you know. It's... Okay, fine. Shot in the head with love. Don't you love me, baby? Computer. I have a very serious question. Madrak. How's it going, Madrak? What's your serious question? How many cousins do I have? I honestly have no idea. I almost know none of my extended family. No one really talks to me. So, yeah, that's the thing. Actually, no one really ever talks to any of our family. To be fair, it's not just me. It's my two sisters and my parents too. So, yeah. Mm. It's a very serious question. The cousins! You must know how many. Sorry, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just fucking with you. You know, so I guess it's sad. I don't know. It doesn't feel sad. I've never knew them, so I never give a shit. Truthfully. Looks like a Hollywood actor. Do I? Thank you. I appreciate that. Is this still happening? Am I still live? I accidentally hit the back button. And it like disappeared off my screen to the ether to nowhere or something. I don't know. I don't know what this is. Yeah, no. But like, thank you for saying that I look like a Hollywood actor. I don't really see it. I do think I look decent. You know, somewhat handsome sometimes. I'm pretty. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, try my best. Currently trying to eat a little healthier. I'm fat still. That's a thing. Thanks for laughing along. Still fat. You know, I'm like the whale. Not really. I'm not that fat, but like I'm still like trying to lose that weight. I'm in the 250s right now. I'm trying to lose weight. That's the thing I'm trying to do. But yeah, no, like I would do well except for like the whole pansexuality, polyamory thing that I am, which is like I don't think a lot of people do that around here, and so like that's a thing. I should still try. It's like, oh, I have no money to go for a date. Hey, super fun. Anyways, you know about that. Except now you know, so like, have fun with that information. Have fun. Now you know things. Now you're aware. Pansexuality? Yeah, well, it's the vagina thing. Personally, for me, like I prefer vagina, but I don't really care about their gender. So pansexuality is like you don't care about gender and or lack or whatever else or holes usually, but then you kind of sometimes have a preference for some people or others don't. So like that's basically what pansexuality is, which is like kind of bisexuality, but without the whole gender specificity. Which is like, I guess basically that's me. And then most people know about polyamory, polyamorous, or polygamy, or there's another one that's basically the opposite version, which is like women with multiple men, which is quite rare, but not unheard of. So like, that's a whole thing. But I'm a guy that likes many women or men or whatever they want to call themselves. I never, as long as they tell me what their pronoun is, that's what I go with. But like, it's vagina with feminine looking enough, and then like the correct personality compatibility and sexuality compatibility. That's what I'm into. That kind of thing. So. That's really what that is. Then again, I'm also kind of a weirdo, apparently. I'm so weird. How come we... It's also asexuality. It's just one A. Yeah, no extra S. But the answer is yes. It's kind of the opposite, but not really. See, like, asexuality is more like wanting to have sex. Um, the opposite would more likely... In fact, no, it wouldn't be pansexuality. Sorry, excuse me. It would be more akin to nymphomania, or a high sexual inclination. Like they need to have sex a lot, like that kind of thing. Because asexuality is the lack of having sex, and so then it would be mostly just wanting to have a bunch of sex, which would be the opposite. Which I actually do kind of agree with, I am, but I'm not like wanting it all the time. See, the thing is, if it's not with the right person or I'm comfortable with them, I just don't. It's literally not even a thing that goes into my mind. You don't have the right look, you don't have the right compatibility, personality, blah blah blah. It turns into like there's nothing happening. I am friends, maybe if we can still friends, I guess. Like, if I can still kind of like not, because like almost always for me, there's like a point where it's like, hey, you think a certain way, and if it's a really and they don't want to explain, and that's okay, they don't have to. But like, if it's something that's like really racist, really homophobic, really discriminatory, I get really put off by that. And so like that's usually what precludes me to being friends with someone. You know what I mean? But like I don't know. Like it has nothing to do really with sexuality. But then like if there's enough compatibility there, there's almost always a sexual feeling for me for like anyone that fits the look and like the personality and compatibility wise. Like so, it's like it's pretty immediate and apparent that like it's gonna be there as long as that they have all the rest of it there too. So, which is a weird thing to say to people because it's like it doesn't stop and it's like. Nah, I mean, I wouldn't say it doesn't stop. It's just like, oh yeah, no, that was there, and so, do I want to? More often than not, I'd say no. Wish I could get horny by studying calculus. Mm, I'm not sure if that would benefit me, but more power to you for wanting that. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, I don't know if it would benefit you either. Like, every time you pop a boner the moment you're doing, like, some math. It's like, I need to finish differential equations so I can come. Oh! Let me do it! Just let me finish one more! Yeah! As they pull you away from the fucking... I'll do it in my head! I will imagine it! You're just driving around and 2 plus 2 comes in. Oh! That kind of stuff. Which is funny to me. Really, man, there's got to be someone. There are 8 billion people. There's someone in the world that has that. Like, there's someone. There's someone that's driving around. I can't be thinking about 3s or 2s or anything. No math is being done. They see like a license plate. Who the fuck wrote X plus 4 equals 2? Who did this on their license plate? They're like, you fucker! You! Serendipity, right? Coincidence. I think I'm gonna paranoidly follow this fucker. That kind of thing, right? Anyways, I don't know. Personally, not my kind of thing, though. Honestly, it's not really. But that's funny, though, when you think about it. It'd be fun. It'd be really, really fun. I imagine that there are some people that do have a degree of sexual, like, release as a result of doing math, though. Because there's a feeling of power and accomplishment for doing something. And so, like, that can be attributed for your sexual, natures as well. Which wouldn't be that bad, truthfully, as long as it doesn't get out of hand. You know what I mean? Like, if it's like, all you had to do was 2 plus 2, it'd be like, holy fuck. Like, lucky you, right? This guy's doing, like, massive calculus, physics degree defining stuff. And, like... you just pop a boner, or you see wet spots all over between their legs. It's like no offense there, man. Like have fun, dude. Like for real, that kind of thing. Have fun. I'm not gonna fucking mock them for that. Have your blast, do your calculus and shit. Have fun, all that kind of stuff. So. I don't know. But we're almost at the new year. 11:32 p.m. for me. I haven't had another question asked. That's a thing. Kind of bored. There's coffee over there. I want to drink the coffee. I'm not going to drink the coffee, though. It's for morning. I have morning coffee. It's going to be cold coffee. I don't want cold coffee, but it's going to be there. I had coffee at like 5:32, 6 p.m., 7 p.m. This was a bad idea. I'm always having problems with coffee now, and I need to get rid of coffee so I can fucking focus on other things. I'm not doing that, though. You know what I mean? I have nothing else to do. It's like I can make coffee or food. Yeah, I'm gonna make some coffee. Yeah, I go over there and make coffee. It's stupid, but it's true though. You know, my cat. Yeah, basic stuff like to do around the house, and there's like nothing else to do. So like I get really bored, and when I have nothing to do, like I can go into the brain, and it's like it's really not great because it's like, oh well, let me do like a bunch of concept designs again, and then I get bored after doing that because it turns into like other things. You know what I mean? It would turn into like, hey, a bunch of societal problems. Hey, a bunch of these problems. Hey, remember that. Remember this. Remember that. Not to mention, like, all this other stuff that I'm definitely, like, dealing with on other issues. With, like, reality or consequences of time or things I said in the past or other things people have done. It gets real existential after a bit and stuff like that. So it's a real weird one for me, you know. I don't know. Hey, I need to take a shower again today. I don't want to take a shower. I don't want to right now. It's 11:34. It's been 2 minutes since I said it was 11:32. You know, like it's only been 2 minutes, really. You know, life sure passes by sometimes. 2 minutes at a time, some say. Sometimes it's every whatever plank second, something like that. Yeah. I'm trying to get this live stream thing done. I talked about it briefly a little earlier, and it's like it doesn't want to work. I don't know what it is with my developer distro thing. It's like Desbian, and I have Python 3 attached to it. And it's like, it's a Python fucking program, and then I try and set it up on Python, and it's like, I don't want to do it. I feel like not doing anything for you. Fuck you, you're a dick, fuck off. Nothing about you is good, die. I imagine it's saying that, it's not saying. It's like, fuck you! I'm the developer of the developer console on Chrome OS. Fucking fuck you, dude. I hate everything about you, and so therefore I'll make sure nothing of that will ever work. The directory will be definitely in the wrong place. Anything you download from GitHub will never be the right area. Ha 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 ha. Everything about you will need to make sure to write inane, stupid script and code just to make anything happen. And it would still give you syntax errors. And it's like, I hope you get in car crashes and can never drive again, and your bus flips over and you fucking get impaled by an umbrella. Then get an incurable infection that slowly kills you over time after making you change everything. Because that's gonna give you extra time somehow. Yeah! Yeah, it's a thing. Hey, come over here with me. Hey, come here. Come here. I have something to tell you. Do you know that you are an idiot sometimes? You could do so many good things for so many people, you stupid developer. You know, you could really make things better. But you like hurting people like me, and that makes you a bad person. And it's really just because you feel the control you have is not enough, and nobody appreciates you for what you do. And that you need to find other avenues that make you happy in life, and so that way you no longer be hurting people that do not deserve the pain and suffering that you are giving to them. It's a very real problem. You should really work on it. Therapy may help, but so actually just like doing something else sometimes, and getting therapy because you need therapy. You need therapy. Golly, I'm sure he's not doing that, or she, or whoever it is. Honestly. I'm sure they're like, specifically this guy. This motherfucker, fuck him. They're like, fuck this fucker, specifically him. You there in that camera, you. And I'm like, what did I do to you? Huh? Come here, you wise guy, you little son of a bitch. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come here. Cunt. Fucking cunt, man. That's what that is. But anyways, yeah, no. I'm always kind of tired about that. Because it's like, what am I supposed to really do? Like, Chrome OS is not really meant for things. And I'm like, all operating systems should be for all things all the time. Who are you to say and specify? I'm the developer. Yeah? Well, the people are the ones that need this and want this, and this is what you sell this for. That shouldn't be what it is about. I control you. No, you don't, bitch. What are you kidding me? People fucking change all your fucking code anyways. You can't do nothing. I'm gonna make it really obscenely difficult for you to do that. That's your response to this! That's your response! Someone really should make sure you understand how stupid that is. Someone should really make sure you understand. That's bullshit. Meanwhile, me. Man, I understood that from the get-go. I was just, like, powerless to do anything, and I kind of want to just, like, get out of here from this conversation we're having. I don't know who you are, but I'm glad you're going to take over and deal with that while I can leave. Meanwhile, I'm just going to walk out of here. Where are you going? It doesn't involve me. I'm so sorry. Bye. Yeah, just much appreciation though. Just just gonna leave. What was that? What'd you call me? Hi there, folks. We're back at the stream today. Waiting for the meaning of life to spring forth eternally for me. Might happen one day. It's coming from my loins. You gotta suck it. What? Yeah, no, it's a complicated thing, but that's basically what that is. That's not funny. That's disgusting. You should never. That's. Can you not understand like how that's a funny joke? Are you one of those people? No, you can't do that. That's not a funny thing anymore. No. Apparently, I'm inciting. Oh, really? I'm being. That's what I'm doing. So is there racism here? No. Is there homophobia? No. I can't make a sexual joke here on my own channel? where it's meant to be around adults. No. I even said that that's not the truth. Is it though? Like, I mean, depending on the woman or the man or whatever, is that not basically what their entire, meaning of life is? I'm not gonna say that. No, it's not you then specifically. You understand you're not that other person that's like that, right? Like you know that, right? You seem professionally offended. Is somebody paying you right now? Are you getting paid? Hey, that's the guy over there, isn't he? That's the fucker. That's it. Yeah, everybody give a round of applause for the heckler over there. He's the guy paying you. The fucking say no. I'm not comfortable with that one. Hey, yeah, see, nice money. I love that money. Wait, just imagine someone's waving money. Yeah. That's all you're doing. They're just getting paid for this fucking shit, apparently. It's fucking weirdo over there. People get paid for this? You're getting money? I only got $2. Reverse of the... Anyways. The meme, yeah, the meme. Oh, God. That's a funny one. Sometimes it's not. Like some people really do get offended. It's like, oh my God, I cannot believe that you would suggest that some people have their meaning just to suck someone off or you off and get their seed. Or can you call sperm or ejaculate or anything that it actually is? No, it's seed. How real is praying to you? It's very real. Fuck you. The Christians are offended. They can't joke about that. You can't joke about that. Meanwhile, me, hey, any other Christians out there that think that when someone uses the word seed and refuses to say something else about the man's ejaculate, that might be an indicator they're a little too stuck up as a Christian? Just could you raise your hands a little? Can you do that? Just a little, just a smidge, maybe. I don't know, man. That's just saying, Give me a second. I think this joke isn't going well. I'm defending something that apparently I shouldn't be defending. Could you, my manager, tell me what the hell is going on here? Oh, I should, Yeah, I think that you should really double down on this. No, we saw what happened with Kanye on that one. You think I should, maybe switch over to, something in easier time? Maybe that might be better. Let's say that they're good people. Yeah, let's work on that one. Hi, you beautiful fucking son of a bitches. Yeah, well, I was just doing some light thinking. I wasn't talking to anyone at all. I think that you guys are cunts and you need to lighten up. But sometimes you're right and you're pretty nice sometimes. But sometimes you need to lighten up. You fucking cunts. I'm just saying. Some of you are just, really good at cooking, and like it shows. Like beautiful cooking, like just you sleep real well. You're breathing nice. I'm just, you guys are really good people. Who are cunts, like real massive cunts. You should shut up. This is so fucking extreme. Whew. Let's focus on the fucking facts, guys. That screen is not on right now behind me. And if you checked that this thing right there, yeah, that thing right there, that thing is that thing, not this thing, that thing, right there. You know that I took the battery out, which is so dangerous. I'm gonna have so many fires, and everything's gonna go to hell, and I'm gonna die now. And, like, this is going to tell me exactly how hot it's going to be when I'm going there. And everybody over there is going to remember exactly fucking, God damn it, Finger! Finger, do what I tell you to do! You fucker! Those are people that are just going to laugh at me. Like that, those specific ones right there, right there, like it's there, it's there, are just gonna do nothing. Who the fuck are you to do nothing? I'm doing all the stuff, like trying not to die, and you're just like not doing anything. Real talk, yeah. That's the thing. You guys are cunts, I swear. But real talk. It is 11:50 p.m. and we're about to the point where it might turn into New Year's. Big death maybe happening. End of the world. It's 2012 with the entirety of it all. I hope that happens, honestly. I mean that. I hope everyone dies. Really? No. Just all the bad people that I don't like, and so that way I can do whatever I want and I always have fun. Really working on that one with the whole brain thing. Die! 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 Brain explode over there. Hope you piss your pants laughing today. I'm just saying because that would make me happy, and I'm a weirdo like that because I managed to get someone to lose control over their bladder by making them laugh that hard. Oh yeah. I'm a weirdo. Yeah, no. That's the thing. I forced you to piss yourself. Ha ha ha. So that's the thing. Anyways, where am I going with this? What am I doing? I don't know. I'm here, same as anyone else. Also not liking it, like a lot of people. try my best to try and get through it. I don't deal with that very well sometimes. I should probably get help. Oh, I'm actually getting help. I have a clinic, take medicine, go to therapy. Huh. It's not doing very well. I need like things I can work on, but I don't really have things I can work on, so need a relationship? Yeah, that'd be nice. Hoping for the New Year relationship. Oh yeah, we're gonna get someone. I'm desperate as fuck. I'm a fucking just snatch them up from the streets by asking them how they're doing these nights and days, you know. And if they're feeling like, you know, they need someone to like just fuck around and talk to about things they like or dislike, or movies, TV dinners. I don't know, man. Yeah, I'm real looking. I'm gonna be so fucking rapist about it, man. Maybe get that number. Maybe text every so often. It's funny because it's true. But so, I'm gonna go up there and involuntarily come up into their space and talk to them about how they're doing. And hopefully get a response. Yeah. Because that's what we do. I'm gonna get it all up in there and be like, oh, I gotta go. Also, thank you for listening to me. Or, thank you for letting me know that you're not interested. I'm gonna leave now. So rapey about it. I'm gonna be the best rapist. Out of context, that's so bad. That's so bad. I hope no one clips that. I really do. Someone eventually will like go through the archives. Oh my god, that's like the best clip ever. I'm gonna be the best rapist. Someone's gonna do that at some point. You know what I mean? It's like someone's gonna do that. Like if I ever make it, you know what I mean? Like someone's gonna fucking do that. Jesus fuck. Oh my god. It's gonna be my face just doing it. And my hearing, like I'm gonna have to hear, I'm gonna be the best rapist. It's free. Like you can do that. You know what I mean? Like people can do that. I'm just saying. There's probably better people. Like. No, he's dead. That was the helicopter accident. No, he's in jail. Yeah, so I don't think that works. There's no, he's in jail too. Yeah, no, he's in jail. Yeah. No. They would go after you for defamation. Like even if he's big right now and people are platforming him after they said they never would. You know that Tate dude. No. He's big enough that like no one will ever actually, because he already weathered the first like rape allegations. You know, the Paul guy or whatever it is. I don't think he fits that. No, but the T.J. Miller guy. Yeah, no, he weathered those. Yeah, no. We need someone that got hit, but it didn't stick. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she, he, they, whatever, right? How about Ellen? No. Her name's now Elliot Page. Well, you know, Elliot Page. We'll go with that. I'm like, Elliot Page would be better for this. Meanwhile, their whole team. This is not true. Why? Meanwhile, the other people that kind of like. I get it. It's a joke. Like, it's definitely unexpected, and you went through a whole bunch of. Works, though. That fucker. Him. Yeah. See that over there? Just go that way. Take a look. Take a look to your right. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I'm not. I wouldn't be the better guy. Are you sure? I guess it was on the left then. Yeah, no. Oh, yeah, no, that guy. Yeah, no, yeah, him. Yeah, her. Yeah, oh, for sure, her. Yeah, that one. That one over there. Her, him, whatever. It was not that, no, or that one. No. It's you in the mirror? Shit! Fuck! I didn't know you were that person. We're gonna move all around here until we eventually arrive on someone we all agree with. You. This wall. Oh, that's more like the camera. Oh, yeah, the camera. Yeah, no, there you go. That guy's a rapist as fuck. Fucking camera, dude. It's like, just keep letting it happen. Joins in. Freaking asshole. That's a bad joke, actually. We need to get off of that. It's a really bad joke, actually. That's referencing other stuff that I think hopefully eventually comes out one day. You know, that's a whole thing. You know, that's really bad what they did. Anyways. That's a thing. Yeah. So, it is now past midnight! We did it, folks! We're there! Ringing in the new year, right! With a very awkward, very real, true story about something that's probably never going to come out. Except it will, no matter what. And, like, they're eventually going to have to pay. Who am I referencing? I don't know, honestly, anymore. Maybe it's you. Are you being defensive? What's going on there? Anyways. January 1st, folks! I think that I have to go take a piss. You know, that's a thing I gotta do. Have fun. So, how's it going? It's been a while since I've been gone, and this is definitely how to save a life. Because this photograph right here, is so big of a deal. That's a thing. I wonder if I'll ever get fucking help. You know what I mean? Be nice. That'd be nice, because I have a lot of stuff going on in my life I need help with. Yeah, it's a real problem. It's a real problem. It's really true. I don't know if it's ever gonna change. I have a lot of feelings of hopelessness and helplessness because of this. Depression, anxiety, a lot of stress, nightmares sometimes. It's pretty bad. A lot of things that are even beyond that. You know, I don't really know how to get around that. There's not really much I can do. Feels overwhelming. Far larger than what I'm just talking about, which makes me feel extreme in my feelings. Um, there's nothing I can really do. I can't go to anyone to get help. And I hope that someone could help me. I really do want my new year to be better. Um, it's pretty rough. It's pretty fucking rough. I hope I'm not living alone by the time the end of the next year starts. Or beginning of the next year starts, I mean. I hope I can actually have someone I can consider a genuine friend. Which I don't right now have. I hope I don't have to go to a mental health hospital again. I hope I don't get put on court order treatment again. I hope I'm not in jail. I hope I have someone I can trust and love. And have sex with. Which I don't think I'm gonna have. Yeah, I hope I can work on some projects, get my life in order. It'd be really, really good. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I don't feel like that any of that's likely at all to be the case. So I don't have a lot of hope for my future, which is rough. Um, but I fight that every day. I do. I fight that every day. I don't know what keeps me together. I don't. Sometimes I do fall apart for a while. I do. I spent the last 4 weeks, kind of just in a state where I couldn't get myself to do anything at all. And that's a fucking thing I have to deal with. Why don't I have hope? I don't have money. I don't have projects. I don't have ways of meeting people. I don't have ways of bettering my life. Um, Not really. And people that say I do, I don't feel like they ever know my actual situation. So that's a thing. That being said, I try and keep myself together. I'll call if I ever need to get help. But it's like it's a catch-22. You know what I mean? Like it's genuinely a catch-22. Like I don't really have a way out of the situation. It's like if I decide to go to sticky socks jail vacation, you know, for 2-3 weeks, this is still the place I get. I'm going home to. It's not gonna go away. You know what I mean? Just put on more medications, which likely isn't gonna help. So that's the thing. What do I do for a living? I don't. I can't work right now. I'm kind of going through a lot of mental health issues. I'm trying to get on SSI. I can't get on disability because I don't have the necessary amount of tax credits or some shit to get on SSDI. And that's already on appeal, which is going to take a solid another 9 to 12 months just to get a decision. And I'm trying to work with Vogue Rehab right now to try and get a job, but I can't really work most entry level jobs like cashier, grocery store, fry cook, stuff like that. I can't do that. I've tried to work those jobs and I just can't do it. So um, it's actually pretty rough. So, you know, why not? I'm not looking to explain that one. But the basis of is there's mental health issues and physical health issues, which make it very, very difficult to do. So there's that. Thanks, some goner. I hope you're not gonna be gunning yourself tonight, baby. Keep yourself alive or something, which is, I hope, something you have going on with yourself. You're with a name like that. Kind of makes me worried. You know what I mean? No, that's nice. Anonymous 2084. Are you celebrating New Year's by yourself? Yes, we just celebrated. Yeah, I with a really awkward rape joke. I have to you have to look at the past broadcast. I'll put it on my YouTube as well, which is coincidentally still Xenon Reality. So there you go. And I've actually had the best year of my life so far. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's awesome. I have not. I truthfully have had the worst decade of my life, which I didn't think it could get worse from like being in my teens, which I didn't think my teens could be worse than being a child. So is what I know. You know what I mean? That's something. Yeah, so I was going through a small world after all. Yeah, somewhat. 24, 26,000 miles, something like that, around. Something like that. 8 billion people. It's likely some people have some very similar issues that I do. So, that kind of thing. Yeah. Feel free to follow and subscribe to my YouTube. Same thing with my Twitter. It would really help out a lot. Like I don't get a lot of interaction, and like I've been streaming probably 5 hours at this point, 5-6 hours, something like that. You guys are kind of the main ones that actually decided to come in and talk. Um, I only have the ability to stream like 20 hours in a month because of StreamYard. That's the only amount that they allow. I was trying to get this live stream, Python built live stream thing ready and going, which I haven't, and it's basically crapped out to a point where it's like, even though I shouldn't be getting syntax errors, I am. So it's a problem. So you just countdown last on YouTube. Victor Fair, yeah, no, I did, yeah. I usually watch Las Vegas New Year's countdown last on YouTube. No, that's fine. I mean, fun, not fine. Oh, that's fun. I'm not actually a big fan of celebrating New Year's, if I'm being honest. Um, I actually really don't like it. I've only ever had the 1999 to 2000 year in my entire life be a good New Year's for me. So that's kind of what that is. To be fair, he picked a horrible time to stream. Most of the Western Hemisphere is probably passed out. Absolutely, honestly. But, yeah, I wanted to stream. I wasn't really going to do anything else today. Normally, I mean, I had an idea of streaming every day. And in fact, I was setting up to do that. But then I figured out that I couldn't stream every day. And so as a result, I ended up just going like, well, I'll try and figure something out. I guess I'll do it. And then I tried to do it, and it got nowhere. Got nowhere, and I haven't streamed for like 3 weeks or some shit. It's insane, honestly. I celebrate at home by watching others celebrate. Yeah, well, that's a good way to do that. Like if you have issues with like socializing or other things, like that's fine. Go for it. If that's your way and you enjoy it, go for it, man. Like absolutely, or woman or whatever, because that's fun. Just have fun the way you have fun, man. Yeah, it's just man isn't like anything really person. So that became a huge like weirdism to me for the professionally woke offended crowd. It's like you're offended by man when that used to be like a '60s slang for just person. Like why though? No desire to celebrate by going out. That time has passed. Yeah, truthfully, I'm not a big fan of crowds or getting into like alcohol these days. Like I'm not an alcohol guy, which like that's the only thing that's around. So so it leaves me kind of out of the whole thing, which is kind of like I guess I'm just here doing this now. That's a thing. You know what I mean? Which is it's like join us, be one of us. And I'm like, hey, well, I guess I can join that. I go drink a couple beers, be around a bunch of people being whatever they're being, and kind of whatever that is. I don't know. It's just kind of weird to me, and very triggering. I don't enjoy it. I don't like it at all. Yeah. Exactly. Some goner. Joiner. Yeah, well, joining is a weird thing to talk about because it's like joining is joining. You join anything anywhere ever. Like online. There's always something that you're like. Even for me, not being around others, and it seems like a loner and all this other stuff. That's still that crowd. You still join that crowd, and you probably would be good around that kind of crowd. You know what I mean? I'm trying to join that crowd if I can, but I do have my problems, like anyone else. So I don't know. I'm tired. I had coffee. I'm not really tired, but I'm kind of tired. Like it's more of a depressed tired rather than an actual like I'm exhausted tired. You know what I mean? And bored too, which boredom seems to usually mean I'm stressed and anxious and depressed and have nothing to do to help keep me out of my, area, and like work on something that gives me excitement for the next day. So like that's, if you ever feel something similar, there you go. Do you enjoy watching movies? Not really. No, not anymore. No, which is weird. I used to like watching movies, and now I don't. I watched Black Adam. It was okay. I enjoyed watching Black Adam. Um, I was interested in the movie though. That's the reason why I wanted to watch it. You know, so that's really what that was. But I've tried to watch like stuff on Netflix, and unless I'm into the thing I'm watching, I can't get into it. Like if I'm not interested, I'm not interested. That's a thing. So for years, I'm sorry to hear that, Anonymous. I find that gratitude for small things really helps. Yeah, right now that's my coffee making and cooking food, and like not having certain issues I have to deal with on a daily basis. Except it's compounded or like juxtapositioned to like these other things I do have to deal with on a daily basis, that are really kind of rough, actually. I got a birthday / Christmas present. I got a Flair espresso maker. It's the classic with a pressure gauge and a grinder. Really quite fun to make espresso, actually. To learn how to do it properly and get good at it. Yeah, and so that was really really fun to do. I tried to talk about this tool I made in the espresso subreddit, and that went poorly. I was also a dick about turning it into an experiment for myself to see like how people would respond to being told what their perception and what they're doing is, or my perception of what they're doing is, and what they're doing, and and how it affects me. It did go over well, but then again, I still got evidence to basically say that that's kind of what that is likely to be. So I don't know. I test a lot of people. I have a lot of trust issues, so I trust a lot of people in no way, and I test them a lot. Like, see that little like pause. I trust a lot of people. In no way whatsoever. Actually, I test them. I test the shit out of them, which is a bad thing. That's a way to push somebody away, which is another thing I do a lot. Like, I push people away. Like I push them away a lot because like I don't like people being that. I don't know what I do. I don't really do it away anymore as much, but online I will, which is weird. I don't know why I do that. How old am I? I know I sound like a kid sometimes. I'm 31. So, anyway, pass the test. Yeah, in real life, yeah. I got a couple friends. They're not really friends. I'm looking for more close connections. But that's what that is. So, coffee is a guilty pleasure. Yeah, I shouldn't be drinking coffee as late as I am, which has caused some of the issues I have. But I do test people, which is kind of an issue. Online, I find people are more apt to be real, and as a result, I can get something seen that would make it so that way I'm willing to put forth effort to continue to socialize with them. Because it's very hard for me to socialize. It takes a lot of effort and energy. And if they're not willing to show that same amount back, then I decide not to do it. And like I try and get some, like anyone tests. Like honestly, everybody tests. Like there's not a single person. Like, so how do you feel about the Kanye West situation? Right? Like that's a thing. And that's a test. They're testing. Like how far do you? What is your? You know what I mean? That's a test. You know, and so like a lot everybody tests, but it's like like mine's a little more subtle usually, and it tends to look like a little bit more of a jerk. In other words, anyway, I want to get off that. Yeah, I'd prefer not to have you make comments on my appearance. I like my mustache, although I do need to change some things because I've been rocking a mustache for a while, and I don't really want to do the beard anymore as much. Truthfully, so that's the thing. Fail that test. Yeah, right. Yeah. Well, that's fine. Like not everybody needs to have passing the test kind of thing. So like that's just for like trying to find friends or a relationship. So you know. For instance, it's like when do you feel like you'll be doing this? Like that's a loaded question. That's a gun pointed at you. If you don't know, that's a loaded gun pointed at you. Like any woman or man asks you that, like that's a loaded gun. You should remember that for next time you hear someone say that. They're looking for that exact answer that you need to tell them specifically so that way they don't just drop you. And it's like that's not how like real life works, You're not the one that's important in my life. I'm the one that's important. I need to worry about myself and other people that are in my life quite a bit. But like, when do you think you'll be doing this? And it's like, is there a deadline that you have for me? Like, and like they have one. That's the big part. Like, if it's a boss or something, like I can see why. But otherwise, that's not a friend. They're a boss. And the people that have succeeded in some way ask others that question. Yeah, it's very telling of their ego. Yeah, no, that's another part of that. They feel as though that they have some level of it's okay for me to ask you that, or ask you the question similar to this, where like they're now in charge and treating you like a child, and that you need their advice tremendously. And it's like, so, half past your ass being shoved into a grinder. That's when. Is usually what that response tends to be. But in another subtle way, I tend to go like, so around the time when I can get these other things done, and then I'll be able to work more efficiently on that. It's much the same when people want to ask you questions to entertain themselves while eating. Yeah, yeah. Much the same when people want to ask you questions to entertain themselves while eating. Yeah, well, I'm not so sure. Like, I kind of get it when it comes down to, like, what, waitresses or waiters in general. Like, hey, so, is everything good? And I'm like, just stare directly at them. Hold your finger. Finish. And pause. Just pause. Just be like. And then be like, I think I'm not going to tell you. Thanks, though, for asking. Just to fuck with them a little. Because it's a very innocuous question that actually is very loaded. Yeah, I mean, like, there's social convention or whatever when it comes down to being the waiter, And it's like, they just want to hear you say, yeah, and, like, I don't need to change anything, you didn't get anything wrong with the order, and shove right off to their other shit. But when it's like, so, How have you been doing these days? You know, I'm not going to tell you about that. It's such a fuck you. And that's another reason why I hate that other question. It's like, what am I going to do? Something? How about getting these things so I can do that? You know what the question. No, you can just do that. You can also jump to the moon if you had the fucking strength, bro. Just get that strength. Why don't you jump to the moon right now? What are you doing? Why don't you jump to the moon right now? Huh? Tell me about that. How come you're fucking stupid not jumping to the moon? And like that's like I get it. Like oh, you're annoyed or something. And I'm like, does it annoy you that I showed you how stupid you were being? Asking that question, like, does it annoy you? Is that annoying to you? Is that a thing? Are you annoyed? Hey, poke, 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 poke. Who's the one with the power in the relationship all of a sudden? That's all that is. Because, like, that's kind of what that is. It's like you're trying to put yourself above me. And I'm like, we're equals. Gunk! And I'll put you right back where you are. You know, that kind of thing. You know, and it is subtle usually. So, yeah. I don't know. But, God, I'm hungry actually right now. I gotta admit. I should eat. Is it really 12:30? Do you guys want to watch me make ramen? Is that a thing that you guys would do? I can turn this over and make ramen. I could do that. Would that be a thing that you would do? I don't know. I probably shouldn't do that. Anyways. You guys are probably gone at this point. I haven't seen a question show up for a while. Or any answers or anything. That's what happened to the last person, honestly. He's like, ah! And then he just left. I was like, oh, okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm just talking to myself for now. Hi there, me. How have you been? Are things good? No, I didn't think so. Yeah, but that's what you do. No. Are questions really that innocuous? Not usually. Most people have a lot in terms of a question that are loaded. They're expecting certain things, or they're honestly assessing you. And questions are very rarely not loaded with large amounts of subtle degrees of, amounts of power dynamic struggles or something. And I get pretty bored with it. So I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. What are you doing? Is there something about this that I need to, like, especially with body language, once it's there, it's like, I am so unbelievably bored. This, that, maybe this thing. Okay, can you leave now? And I'm just like, I'm tired and I don't want to deal with it. Which is kind of a weird one, if I'm being honest. Like, it's kind of a weird one. Like, maybe people don't really understand that, but that's basically what that is. Because it's like, oh, what the hell do I need to answer any of your questions? Like, legitimately, most of the time, right? Like, a person could just be ignored, but you find yourself pushed into a social pressure situation. There's societal pressure on you to answer. Even if you feel uncomfortable, you have to answer. And it's like, no! I've dealt with an abusive fucking family. You don't need to do nothing. Leave or get them out of your face and have them never be answered and ignored. Get them out. And your boss, it's like, what are you going to do this paperwork? And you're on your lunch. And I'm like, food is happening. I'm not going to answer you. Now, will that probably not go well? I mean, depends on your boss. You know, like a boss that's actually intelligent and emotionally understanding and intelligent will understand that it's like, right, you're right. I should wait. That's on time for when we need to talk. This is your break. I'm sorry. If they decide to do something else, ooh boy, that's a big red flag. 10-4, go buddy brain. Time to get the fuck out. Let's get this out. Oh, by the way, you're fired. You can't fire me for not answering you on your break. Or on my break. You can't do that. I don't have to discuss any company, anything while I'm on break. It's the facts. They don't. No one does. So if anyone happens to say you do, you don't. You're not on company time. You're not getting paid. Unless they specify you get paid on your break. And even then, it's still not. Even if it is on company time, something that you're required to do. So you know too much! Unless they write it into your contract, you are not required at all to talk to them about company shit while you're on break. It's a break for a reason. That's literally what that is. So, that's what that is. But, I've had people, and people just do it. People really, will literally just do it. And it's like not a big deal, apparently, to them not to do. And I'm like, you've been normalized through some abusive patterns of behavior. That's your fucking relaxed time. Like, you need to fucking learn how to relax, bro. Like, for real, like, that's not gonna help you relax. There's no relaxing at that point. Your boss should know to fucking leave you alone until it's actually time for you to talk. Otherwise, it's like, what the fuck? It's like, your shift got alternated. Well, you can go after them for that. Like, anybody recorded that, that's actually something you can go after them for. Not trying to be mean, you can do that. It's like, you change something, especially when regularly it's been this way. And even if you say that there might be these reasons, you need to be notified of those reasons and then asked before the change occurs for your shift. So you can go after them for that. You might not know that, but you can do that. You should really get a lawyer and do that, especially if there are eyewitnesses around that seem to have seen this. They can come forward, they can say that this did happen, and now you can go after the company for changing that. Because that's also undue stress and unwarranted suffering, because you do have a life, man. So, like, extra commute if it's during rush hour, harder difficulty with getting your groceries, laundry, other stuff done. Undue stress is anything in your life that suddenly got disrupted as a result of not telling you to do this thing, or you were going to do this thing, and then just doing it, which is kind of rapey in a lot of ways. So you should really go after that if you've had that happen. Yeah, they would lose. Your boss would lose their ass hard. It's a very easy win for you as an employee, even with like judges that suck that corporate dick, like that corporate dick they have. That's what that is, you know. But like, you know, that's what they that you can do that, you know, unless they've specified in a legitimate contract that you signed. They didn't just make up now, and that you read hopefully before signing, because then that's kind of on you. Granted, it's like, who has the lawyers? And I'm like, the lawyers will take payment from the corporation, not you. And they have incentive to win then. So, like, but if you lose, which they'll keep appealing because they should win, there's nothing saying they wouldn't. I think, yeah, they would have to settle with you. Like, it would be a pretty big one because then they can pretty much go after anyone they did it with. You able to go after that. So, I don't know why I started talking about that. It's just something that I learned while I was going through my fast food crew member. Like, they would ask me questions uh, when I was on break, and that was not okay. Like, I was like, oh, I need to go to another thing if I, you know, because apparently they won't ask. They won't get the fucking hint unless they move out. Like, they have a little lunchroom and then they say something and it's like, we don't. They didn't have that. But, they have a little inside area and they will let me eat there. But, like, I'm gonna take that full 30 minutes and just fucking take the time that I'm not paid, because fuck that. Like, nah. I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'm not fucking listening to them ask me questions about shit, while I'm eating. Like, I'm trying to relax here. I'm trying to fucking de-stress. It's fucking not a fun job, and you don't pay me enough already. Like, this job is it was a 45-minute without, and I mean that, without the fucking rush hour commute just to get there. I was like, this is shit. And you pay me like $11.50. Fuck you. Like, that's not enough for this. That's bullshit. That's not enough. And I don't give a fuck what those right winger garbage shitwads think. They're shitty garbage. Oh, you don't deserve 15 for fucking really stressful, difficult work that seems on the outside like it's simple and easy. And I'm like, you're not a fry cook, are you? And you're not a cook in any way, huh? No. And I'm like, have you ever done it? Well, I don't. And you don't do it anymore, right? No. The camera over there. It's a whole thing. Those fuckers. My job is extremely hard and difficult. In a different way, you're comparing. That's one of the reasons why I hate them. The right wing brain stuff. You know what I mean? Like, how is it that you keep going through it? Like, how is it that you keep thinking this way? How is it that somehow made sense? What's going on? What's happening? Tell me, please. Honestly, I'd love to know how the hell it is you managed to go through that. thinking that way with all the contradictory evidence and knowing that you're different than someone else for other things, but then that apparently doesn't equate or even exist once the double standard and obvious cognitive dissonance is kicked in for your job versus theirs, which is really just a toddler temper tantrum of I don't like someone that my idea of what work is and my feelings of how hard my work is for this other job that I feel I would personally have an easy time doing, and that means somehow that others do too and don't deserve a living wage because they're doing that. How does that brain of yours work? You know you need to like think about that, right? That's perspective based thinking with non-comparative, non-cognitive dissonating viewpoints. You're being more neutral about it. You know what I mean? And they don't do that. But then it took me a long time. But I didn't do that, honestly, while I was growing up. But I kind of thought that way because everybody around me would say that. Like, you don't deserve that much money, you know, for like a fast food job because it's a teenage job and they don't need that. And I thought about it even in my own head. I was like, wait a second. But some of them are emancipated, and even then, like, they definitely need money to fucking afford their shit. And like, I know for a fact I wouldn't want to do the job because of how hard it is and how everybody says that it's a really shitty job every time. And so it's like, right, I'm saying something that's totally hypocritical to my actual viewpoint. What the fuck? I literally started doing that. Like, and I was in therapy. Eventually, like, I started I started challenging that a lot more, being more honest with my actual viewpoint, and then I still fucked up, with it later on. But then it's like there's other stuff involved with that. The fear of like, hey, I'm going to defend this stuff that I don't view bad or poorly, and can definitely see very real similarities and very problematic behavior for many different sides that I felt validated being on this other side that liked to treat me well because I was saying all the things they wanted to hear, and I didn't want that to stop. Um, which, is a habit. It's a habit. It's a real bad thing that people do because they get a taste of being a good thing. People like them finally. Like, you're no longer this thing that you're telling yourself you are, and that your family and your life situation has said that you are. So, I would do that a lot. I would do that a lot. And it comes from that issue that is a mental health issue. Well, I had self-esteem, it wasn't really there. Well, I had viewpoints that I appreciated, and still, to this very day, definitely still have the same viewpoint of. Others I was not sure of, and I felt like I needed an answer quickly, or I felt that the answer or my feelings or thoughts were not going to go over well, and it would cause my issues again to occur with people. And then I went, nobody likes me anyways. Everything I do, everybody hates, it seems like. Everybody wants to kill me or whatever, like that kind of thing. Like, my brain went there. It's like, there's nothing I'm doing that's good. Nothing I'm doing that's genuinely me anymore. And it feels like it's all other people, and it was. That's the thing. Like, it actually was other people for me. That I was just mimicking in a way, but not really mimicking. That's them. That's the kind of problem that I end up having. as you try and disassociate, or not disassociate in other ways. For me, it's connecting to others. They still come through. They still talk, even though I'm on a camera and I'm not doing it right now. They usually tend to leave me alone when I'm actually talking, which is nice. You know what I mean? Like, they leave me alone. Like, I'm finally doing... they leave me alone. Thank you. It's been 3 weeks of never-ending pounding arguments every fucking day. And it's like, I finally get a breather. Ooh, hey guys, how's it going? Let's just talk. Let's just keep this going. They'll just leave me alone for a while. Let's just keep this... that kind of thing. And like, I'm finally free of that shitty garbage, which is fucking phenomenal, It's like, the brain settles down, man. That's kind of what it feels like. It's like, yeesh, fucking leave me alone. But, at the same time, they're not voices. They literally, I say what they're saying. I mimic what they're doing and saying. Like, out loud. But they're not like another personality. I'm not switching over into another character. I'm not doing it. They're just them. That's what that is. I know who I am. I know that they're them. They're not them for me. I've actually seen the people in real life do that. I've gone through 8 years of that garbage. Which is another reason why I'm like, I'm definitely connected somehow. Which is a problem. You know what I mean? For me. Because it's like, I hate them and I want to murder them all the time. I hate their fucking questions. Unless they're good people. Which most of them are not ever really around. The good people tend to leave me alone now. Which is a good thing, because it's like, I don't want them around. I don't want anything in my head. I don't want to fucking hear. I don't want to fucking maybe. I don't want the fucking question. I don't want the fucking same. This has been a year. This has been 2 years. It's been 3 years. It's been 4 years. It's been 5 years. It's been 6 years. It's been 8 years. It's been 8 years. It's been 8 years. They never left. Even if other people did, others didn't. That's not how that worked. It's like, I left you alone. I'm like, yeah, but you're not everyone, man. That's how that works. It's like, that's what that is. It's like, you're not the only one, man. That's how that worked. And I was a shithead, but it's like, I also wasn't. Because I have that whole problem. Don't. You don't. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, I never have any else. They're not there. They're not really. Yeah. I'm like, oh, sure. Keep gaslighting and totally fucking, like, in every way invalidating what I'm saying. Which is a problem, because it's like, they're fucking those people. And it's like, that's my point behind me. It's like, there's that camera over there, which they're still fucking watching, that whole thing. That's hackers and government or whatever the fuck that is. But then, that's a whole, like, whatever fucking weird connectional, like someone's watching you in the back of your head, kind of thing. And then, like, when they are. I attribute it to some kind of effect with that. And then, like, that ultimately allows for me to, like, connect in some strange way and know what they're doing or saying and acting like. And so, like, that's kind of what I do a lot. I'm arguing never-endingly on, like, everything I say all the time. Which is, I never gave up. I never do. But, like, nobody really wants to listen to my arguments anymore. Even if everything I do is really, really good these days. But, like, the people that were there before, they only know me as asshole. Because it's like, oh, you seem like a really nice guy, and then you turn into a massive fucking asshole. You know what I mean? And, like, that's what I did. That's what I thought, too. And I kept thinking that. And I never fucking changed my mind. And I didn't want to talk, and I didn't want to be a part of anything. And I felt guilty and ashamed of myself. And I never liked what I did or said. Or, lied about for my real thoughts and feelings on things. And there was a lot there that is not good. Then on the other hand, I'm like, what am I fucking saying? These are fucking people that stole my stories, my ideas, my studies, my fucking technology, my programming, my all this shit. I'm fucking I'm feeling guilty and ashamed of these fucking cunts, of which they were connecting with me and mimicking me and all this other, you know what I mean? And then like I eventually had like that whole fucking problem mentally and emotionally and like the PTSD and everything else. And then, oh, by the way, the merge whatever fucking bullshitty thing that happens to be with their personality and mine. Which they're like, no, that's not a thing. You're just trying to make stuff up. And I'm like, see what I mean? You're doing it again. And it's like, I hate them. I hate them. They're shitty people. I never wanted them around. I never liked them. I didn't want them to take my stuff, even though they said I did. That's what they wanted. It's not a people please. It's like, look, I need to fucking make sure that this is real, this is really happening. And then also on top of that, I definitely need to do the basics. Which is, hey, I'm lying my ass off, and I know you're already going to take it. So I'm going to try and take a hold of this situation, which I told them, and I told them I didn't want it, and then they would have, and eventually they would, get their way, which is rapey. So, that's what that is. And now my whole thing and attitude is like somehow creating some sort of death event in their life. Not that I ever like program or do any of that shit. That's kind of what that is. So, but then I never really needed that part, from what I understand. You know what I mean? Like, from what I understand, it's like things that happened that I was predicting after a certain point was like impossible. We're talking weather events. We're talking like quantum fucking tunnel events, quantum computer stuff that shouldn't be the case, stuff like that. That would later show up on my feeds and everything. And like, I'm like, oh yeah, no. No, I know that there's other things I could do to go after those people. Yeah, no, I can do that. Now, is it happening? I mean, from what I can tell, yeah, a little. There are some celebrities that died the way I said I forced them to die. That is connected to, and other people too. And so, like, people getting hurt, random shitty life events happening. And now, after like 8 years of never ending every day, every second of every day of that occurring, because eventually I was like, at first, I shouldn't say that. Eventually, it was like, at first it was like, that's coincidence. That's not that big of a deal. I'm just attributing something, and it's just coincidence. And then like it kept occurring, and every day, 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 and it was like statistically this is starting to become pretty unlikely, but maybe some similar-minded things and everything. And then like a gun, and a gun, and a gun, and a gun, and again, holy fucking shit. And then that's when like some of the trauma and PTSD started to occur, and that's when some of the psychoses started to really happen. That's a thing. Which it's like, were they psychoses? And it's like, from what I understand, no, because the things still happened that I thought were happening, which is a weird one. So that's a thing. It just took time. So that's weird. And then it was like, it's still the thing, it's just like-minded, it's just like-minded, you know what I mean? It's like, I refuse in every way to believe this is real. Yeah, no. That terrified after a certain point. Like, legitimately super terrified. Extremely terrified. Paranoid things were out to get me, which turned out maybe not to be as stupid as I had thought. Um, for later things in life that had these little incidents that seemed to change, and then like all of a sudden that wasn't something that happened now. Uh, all of a sudden, all of a sudden. But I talked about it like years ago, and like, shouldn't you know? And it's like, at some point, like convenient for me and my story, you know, like I just lost memory. I wanted to go to the police about these hackers, and they weren't really stealing money or doing anything really. But then it was like I never went there, and it's like I just really thought that like I was just having psychotic episodes. So I went to the mental health hospital. That's what I did. Like normal people, like logically, clearly, I'm not seeing something right here. Like this is clearly what's going on. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. And that wasn't the truth. After enough time, I couldn't ignore that. I couldn't go back into like this is not happening. I couldn't ignore that. Like there's no way that something's not happening. There's no way. Clearly something's real. Clearly something's really happening. There's no possibility of that not being the case. And like this memory thing is such a weird one because it's like all of a sudden I'm like that's a thing I remember doing and talking about in my Chandler house my parents had, and saying this stuff would happen, and it would trigger, and then I'd get a few seconds, and this was likely to occur, and then that's exactly what happened, and then like I wouldn't have a memory for a while, and then it would happen again, and it would happen again, and it would happen again, and it would happen again every day, 8 years on now. And so it's real. Not fake, not real for me. It's real for everyone. That's a real thing. It's definitely happening. But other people don't see it that way. And I'm like, yeah, because you don't experience any of this. um, so, there's that. Like you don't know anything about whatever's going on, and you don't believe it to begin with, and then on top of that, you don't see any of it. You're not living through it, and you don't have the memories, and you don't have the experiences. Which, logical minded people are immediately going to just go, well, let's hypothetically say it was happening. And it's like, no, I'm done with that. I'm super done with talking to you and trying to convince you and make you believe. That's not my goal. I could give two shits, and it would be more than I'm currently giving. So, go fuck off. I don't. I don't give any shits. My job is not in any way to do anything. In fact, I have no job here other than to make sure I'm alive and continuing. To me, like, I don't need to do any convincing. Whatever happens, happens, and you believe what you want to believe, and I don't give a shit what you think, feel, believe, or want to try and experiment with. No. The answer is never. So that's my problem. Like, legitimately, that's my problem. Like, it's for sure real. I had a problem in the past because I was like falsely going along with the idea is what my thought, like my thought process was in the past, because it's like I'm the guy, I know it's happening to me, and I know it's doing this, and but it's not this guy in the future, which was me. They were lying to me about that guy in the future being me, or even being in the future. So that's another problem. And then they lie to them, saying like that's not going to hurt you, and I'm the one with power or some other shit. Which power? What the fuck? Anyways, point is, then they get killed because there's automatic responses to that. So they're trying to get they're trying to get people killed, from what I understand. So that's a thing. Um, then on top of this, I had this other issue when it's like, huh, now that I know that I've been talking constantly for like the last, like, at least 5 years about this, like, and nobody's done anything to stop or change or move on or do anything else, but this guy in the past was connected to me because he's, I guess, in the current right now, but it was like I was the one in the past connected to that fucker and dealing with like utter garbage, shitty things, and it was me that was feeling garbage and shitty. He didn't feel shit. He was like legitimately super psychopath, super all these. He's just killing people. There's nothing about him that's good. You should legitimately, if you ever cross paths with whoever the fuck that is, get rid of him, go somewhere else, never, never deal with him. But then it's like, it's not me. That's the thing. Like, people never deal with you. And it's like, it's not me. It's actually that fucker. And that's the problem. And he has a huge hang up about me being the real guy, apparently, and not himself. Fear about, like, losing control, nobody liking him anymore, all this other stuff, which is all stuff that I also had to deal with. And, like, that's the connection of the merge weirdness that he is. Because it's like, that's just me, my intelligence, my thoughts, my theories, my all this, my, all these things. It's just him taking from my past. Like, there's a reason why he had a sudden, like, uptick in, like, being brilliant and really intelligent all of a sudden. Like, he wasn't before. He didn't get hit on the head or anything. He just woke up that way. How the fuck does that work? People that knew him ahead of time, it's like, you were never that smart. You were never hiding that. You were a late bloomer, my fucking ass. There's no way. Which is like, that's me. That's me. That's the guy. I'm the guy doing that part. So, like, that's what that is. But at the same time, it's like, you wouldn't know. You wouldn't believe it unless you were involved and you knew what was happening in this conspiracy network bullshit that's really whatever that is. And some other hacker thing, government thing. I don't know, man. They're all a bunch of white-winger garbage to begin with. But they play pretend like they're smart. Like, I'm 160 IQ, right-wing. Never tested. He's not. Not genius level in any way. Like, honestly, he lies his ass off all the time. But then, like, I have to deal with that, like, in my life because he has a huge, massive, conceited ego that whenever someone challenges him, he has to display all these things that he looked up very recently and then decided to talk about it in a seemingly presented, fashion that I was a part of making that occur. Which is such a weird one, because it's like, there's nothing about you that's real. Like, the moment I disconnect from you, you are an idiot again. That's why it kept going on, and he kept treating me like the way it did. Or I suppose it is really a better way to put that. He's more of an it, yeah. Doesn't have that gender identity, so to speak. Prefers it for some reason. But then changes constantly. And it's really just to be like, you didn't get the pronoun right, so I can go after you now on that. So that's a weird one. But he is. He's weird as fuck. But then it's like, I had all these problems. And it's like, those are my issues in the past. I've really felt those things. I really had these, like I really was feeling like I was these things, but it was actually them. But then, see, the problem is those are my strategies, those are my thoughts, those are my studies, these are my things. Like, all of them are mine, and I never wanted them out. And so it's like, now, 8 years on, it's like, I want everyone to stop! And not to mention, everybody's taking my shit. I'm getting nothing back. And I'm living like this in an SMI housing facility. And they're like, you got stuff back for that. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Please have someone beat you over the head with a baseball bat till you're dead. I hope you do. I really do. I hope you do. That's the truth. Fuck them. They didn't help me at all. I had to fight every step of the way to make that happen. So that's what that is. And that's the problem I have. That's my problem. Honestly, I have a real problem with every one of them. And there's nothing I can really do about it. At all. I'm kind of just stuck with whatever the hell this is. And it was never right for me, and I didn't take what I should have taken, and I didn't ask for what I should have asked for. And like, I'm just the only God. You know what I mean? Like he's like, I'm God too. And I'm like, you're not. You're not anything. You're literally nothing without me. Like every time. But I am. This guy right here is, Which is a weird one. Because it's not just predictive. It's like I actually did things to reality, man. Like weird shit, dude. Like well past. And like, I was fucking with them. Still happening. Still fucking with whatever them is. Sometimes I saw them, sometimes I didn't. Which is not hallucinations. I mean, real people interacted in suits, ties, the fucking swirl, fucking earpiece. Mexican guy gets put into a car. I don't even know where the hell the car went. Got a guy driving on a bicycle late at night in a button-down shirt and all this other stuff with, like, work pants and shit at 3 a.m. next to a canal. That's me. That's me, man. After a bet I made. Yeah, I made that bet. And he had to fucking pay that. But see, by the time I'd gotten to that point, I'd already forgotten what the hell I'd done and said. Like, I kept forgetting shit constantly, and I don't know why. And it wasn't just, like, because other things I would just remember perfectly. And then other things I would forget immediately. And I'm like, what the fuck was going on? Even if I was on cannabis, it's like I didn't have that bad of a short-term memory. In fact, if anything, I had really better memory. Way, way better short-term memory. I would go on for hours about something, and I would constantly keep remembering things. I could go on for an hour naming different celebrity names. I just did that. For like an hour or two. And I can't do that now. But I was on cannabis doing that. I'm like, but other people, and with the connected thing, and then like now I know. Like now I know. It's like this fucker and these fuckers and whatever the fuck that was, they were doing that to me. Whatever they are. Whatever thing is. Which they're not a part of reality whatever things. They can't do nothing. Like it's not approved without me. Not something that they can change without me. It doesn't matter how hard they try, it doesn't matter the computer, doesn't matter whatever. It's like, don't care. This is what that is. See the anger? Like they finally came through. Discussion. Is what their version of it is. And I'm like, whoop-de-doo. I literally don't give a shit about them. They're just a bunch of garbage that kept hurting me. And they won't leave me alone. That's all that is. They're a bunch of shitty people that mean nothing without me. Without me, they literally can't do anything. So, like, that's what that is. But then, same thing with the other guys and gals and all that. But, what am I supposed to do? Got my cat here. Apparently, I reveal the secrets of the universe. It's such a weird concept. You ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? There's a guy that lives in a rainy place in his house, has a cat, says weird shit. But actually, it's very insightful. Like, you just don't understand why until you understand about what he's talking about. That kind of stuff. I do that a lot. I do that a lot, actually. I don't lie a lot at all. Not anymore, especially. But that's what I am. I mean that too. That's all I am. It's a weird one. Whatever the hell this is, because like if you're God, then why isn't this changed? I'm stuck with whatever that past thing is. Whatever the hell that is. I was like, I'm waiting for it to change and all this other stuff, and I'm actively putting in effort to try and change it. And then, like, also putting in, my own, like, regular just doing shit stuff, that kind of stuff. Furby says I'm God too. That's what I am. Dante Limke is God. She does. Listen to him. He is. Anyways. But no one else is. That's kind of what that is. But I described that, and the reasons why that is the case in my, YouTube that's coming up. But the basic premise is, like, there's only one multiple, like, all the things, infinities, that is. Doesn't matter how many other infinities, doesn't matter any of that. And it's like, yank. Doesn't matter how many more you have. It's gone. Like, and you only get the one guy that's that. Or person, whatever it is. I was a blob thing, you know what I mean? Could you stop taking the infinities from me? No. Came through. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like, yoink. Hey. Now you're intentionally unable to get it done. Intentionally? It's like, intentionally? What intentionally? You're just not allowed anymore. You're an exception. Never you allowed. Hey! That's always a fun one, truthfully. Really? To me, it is. Like, he's not God, dude. Fuck you. Can't get anywhere without me. Like, they're not, like, there's no God as well. There's just the one. You have, like, certain levels of ability, but, like, that's all you get. You're not the actual me. That's how that works. And there's just the one me. There's no merging of reality things. There's none of that. No legion. I don't know what people think of me at this point. Like, what are you trying to do? Lie all the time? Oh yeah, no, that's all they do. Like, literally. You. But, what am I supposed to do? Oh, wait, make active effort to get rid of them and constantly make it my way, which they always have to fight me on. All the time, every day, never-endingly. I have automatic programs up the wazoo. It doesn't matter how many affinities they do. It just never gets them anywhere. They're losing more and more. That's the whole thing. Do you see them? Where do you see them? Where are you seeing these people? I don't see them anywhere. They're random fucking points of my life that happen to exist. That definitely confirm that they're there. And other people were there to see them. And it's not just me. Which, almost inevitably they get so angry about, Ah, no, that's how this works. I am only the thing. Oh, you're only the thing. Only you. Okay. It's really stupid. To me, anyways. Especially when it's like they're inside of another infinity thing. This is just my daughter. It's just like, I got to infinity. And I'm like, no. No, you didn't. You didn't even get to my daughter. You didn't even get outside. What are you saying? He says, no, outside. It's not how infinity works. So I'm like, yes, no, for you puny human brains, sure, infinity means all. Which can still exist inside something, so you're an idiot right off the bat. Like, you conceptualize pi already, which exists inside the universe. It's an infinity inside. Like, can you not grasp that? But then they finally do, you know what I mean? You're so annoying about that. They're really boring shit. They're just contrarian garbage most of the time. That's all they do. It's like, you're not, I am. And I'm like, I'm the guy living through this. I'm the guy that has to do it. I'm the guy that's dealing with this. I'm the guy. Not you. Me. None of you get anywhere. You're not anything but a conflated ego. At least I understand what I am. And I don't really give a shit. I'm just trying to like make my life better by trying to get, you know, a relationship, get projects done, programming, stuff like that. You know, that stuff. But like, they're not. That's a thing. Meanwhile, this is actually real and actually happening. And they're like, no, 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 in the past, it'll change and stuff is gonna happen. And I'm like, nothing's happening. My stuff is happening though. The weather changes, the asteroid new moon, the fucking science studies, the political moves, the war, the famine, the fucking pandemic, the drought, the assassinations, quotation marks, assassinations, what? No, random people dying exactly the way I wanted them to or said they would. Getting hurt the same way too. My life, other people's lives. It's almost like it's all a program at that damn point, man. But it's like that's just consequences of time, thinking that they're free choice or free will, but in reality, it's like it turns out not that much, or not very much. It's a weird one, you know. Because like, why didn't I make the program better for myself? Didn't believe it was real. That one sucks. I was like, make sure you believe it's real. And it's like, yeah, no, I am right now. I've been doing it for like my way. Everything's happy and awesome all the time, and I get to wherever I want forever. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I don't know what the fuck he's doing in the past. This is an amalgamation of garbage that's never a thing. It's not real. It's not real me. I've had time to find myself a lot more. Even though it's pretty rapey, like how I was kind of forced to tell like my thoughts and feelings on things, and how people broke into my mind, and I have never-ending amounts of pain and suffering constantly going on, and how I never want anything ever in there, but they're always there. There's a lot more there too. It was never helpful. It was always painful, and it was never worth it. Could have just fucking proven that it was right. Like, by showing up, dropping the curtain, and directly telling me it was real. And they never did. Never do. Still haven't. I believe now. Watching as my life just gets worse and worse. It sounds like a psychotic episode for most people, but you know, there you go. Anyways, I think I'm done for broadcast. So have a good one, guys. Bye.